Hello everyone and welcome to My Dude Watch. If you're new here, my name is Jason and it's my job to search by air, land, and sea to find you quality watches at an affordable price. Today we have a special treat for you. We have a watch that was created by a true watch fan. This is the Erebus Origin. Stay tuned, this should be fun. So here I present to you the Erebus Origin. This watch was designed and created by Jody from Just One More Watch. If there was a Hall of Fame for watch reviewers, Jody would be first ballot Hall of Famer, no question. I have a lot of respect for Jody and his channel, but today Jody will get exactly what his watch deserves, whatever that is. All right, as we always do, let's start with the tail of the tape. The diameter of the Origin is 41 millimeters right across the top. That does not include the crown. She's 12.7 millimeters thick, and she takes a 20 millimeter bracelet or strap. Her lug to lug is 47 millimeters. Under the hood, we have the reliable Seiko NH35. Sitting over the dial is a piece of flat AR treated sapphire crystal. So no surprise here, the bracelet is 316L stainless steel, as is the signed screw-down crown. Same with the case back and bezel. And she also sports 200 meters of water resistance. At first glance, she is a very well put together dive watch. She's got some unique angles, feels solid, feels strong. All right, so now let's take a more comprehensive look and start with the case. When I first looked at this case, I noticed the case construction is spot on. It's solid, shows off some very interesting angles. The case itself is brushed entirely. You won't find any polish anywhere. Looking at the lug hoods, there's a slanted bevel that separates the sides from the top. This is to prevent all the brushing from simply running together. From her profile, you can see the lugs and they're curving down and somewhat aggressively. This is to help create a real nice fit as she drapes around the wrist. Here's a shot with the Origin on my wrist. The brushwork on this watch is done really well. Looking lug tip to lug tip, there's no disappointments here at all. I really like these angles. This is a very stoic looking case. Well built, tough, manly. Taking a look at the crown, you'll see the angled guards. This is a good design that allows for easy access to the crown. Still, it gives you all the proper protection that you need. It's operationally sound, looks great. Very well done. The screw-down case back is exactly what it should be. It's simple. It's not an overabundance of engraving, only basic information. It has the Erebus logo right in the center, and that's surrounded by simple text that reads Sapphire, Dive Resistant, Automatic, and Erebus Origin. It's catchy, but not flashy. This works nice. Moving on to the bezel, it's a 120 click unidirectional, and it also has a ceramic bezel insert. Let's look a little closer at the bezel, and here you're going to see a brushed coin grip. Let's give it a turn and take a listen. Honestly, this bezel turns easy, but it's just enough tension that it stays in place as it should. There really is no backplay to mention. This is a great bezel, perhaps the best I've seen. Onto the bracelet. So this is a 316L stainless steel bracelet, and Erebus did a really good job at matching the bracelet to the case. And looking closer, you can see this bracelet has solid links, solid end links, and it also has a quick release spring bar for easy strap changes. The clasp is milled and a push button deployment. There's a small simple Erebus logo etched into the clasp. There's also a quick easy link extension to help you get that perfect fit. The bracelet has good weight and it gives you that important feeling of security. It's fluid over the wrist and easy to wear. There are a couple of issues that I'm sure Erebus will take care of. One, she's a hair puller. And the other, the closer you get to the clasp, the inside edge, it's really sharp. Now let's talk about the dial. This watch comes in quite a few different colors, and here today we have the red. At the top of the dial, just under the 12 o'clock position, you'll find the Erebus logo. All text on this dial is in white and is easily legible. Moving down the dial, just over the 6 o'clock position, you'll find a date complication, along with the model name and the water rating. I will likely be in the minority here, but I think that's exactly where most date complications should be, assuming you have to have one, and it allows for the absolute perfect symmetry. These indices look absolutely great. They're well applied, aligned perfectly, which really is no surprise. Misaligned indices is one of Jody's main gripes when he does watch reviews. Now, one thing I noticed that I'm not sure I would have done is the large white hands are outlined with a white border. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do, but I guess it's okay. So let's talk about this textured dial. Oddly enough, I've heard quite a few people say they don't like it. To me, it fits the watch well. I really like the design and the texture looks really great. I believe it adds character to this watch, and depending on the angle and the light play, you could get a different look each time. I just love it. Also, there's no slope that comes down from the bezel to the dial. So this opens up the entire dial real estate, and they're using every bit of it. This watch is all about legibility. So to sum up my thoughts on the dial, I like the look, I like the texture. The only thing, it does come across as a little familiar. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it is part of it. Okay, let's take a look at the Lume. I've heard the rumors about it being superior, so let's have a look. This is under a time lapse, and it's doing exactly what I heard it would do. So this Lume is everything you guys said it was. On to the movement. Erebus chose the NH35, but why? Well, that's simple. It's consistent, it's reliable, it's a workhorse, and it's also considered a great entry-level movement, especially for a new micro brand releasing their first watch. This was an obvious choice. So this is the part of the video where we try to break it all down for you, and we do so by listing the gripes and the likes. We always start out with the gripes. Number one, I'm not a big fan of the large white hands with white border. To me, if you're going to have a border, it should contrast with something. And this bracelet, it's beautiful to look at, but it does have two problems, or at least it does for me. One, it's a hair puller. Two, down by the clasp, the closer you get, it's pretty sharp. And the last one is Jody has made a living off reviewing affordable watches, but I'm not sure this is an affordable watch. I really wish it was more obtainable for people that watch my channel and his. Now let's talk about my favorite part, the likes. I just love the overall construction of this watch. It's tough, solid, and sleek. The brushwork, the case, and the bracelet match perfectly. That's an excellent job on the detail work. And number three, I just love the adjust on the fly system that's incorporated in this bracelet. Well done. And number four, this bezel action. Best I've ever seen. I really like the dial, the texture, and the design. And let's not forget what you're getting with this watch. Sapphire crystal, AR coating, stainless steel everywhere, including the bracelet, case back crown, and bezel, and a Japanese automatic movement. So overall, this really is an outstanding first attempt for a new micro brand company. It feels safe, it's an attractive watch, and they did a great job with it, and I'm really excited to see what Erebus is doing in the future. Hey, what do you know? You're still here. Thanks for watching till the end. Please take a moment and like the video. And if you will, share it with someone else that you think will like it also. And if you haven't subscribed, now seems like a great time to do that. My name is Jason with My Dude Watch. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Oh, and don't forget, dudes
can't be late.